together to create impact, to solve some of the most difficult problems, and to make sure that the whole journey is something that we all truly enjoy and make it very impactful.
Oh, permission.
If you look at the way nature operates, nature also has to at least two people. And only when the two people come together, anything new is born. Same is true in the case of innovation, where industry and academia have their own unique strengths, and it's only when they two come together the magic happens.
Like 1 hour.
Yeah, about 20, 30 minutes from here is where I work, that's where I live. And I have a lot of friends who are in academia. Whenever I talk to them, I do see that the two worlds are quite different. It takes a lot of effort to bridge the gap between the priority of an expert from industry versus the priorities of an expert from academia. But today, the need of the hour is innovation and entrepreneurship. And within that gap, there is a very important space called the deep tech. The deep tech is the opportunity space for India to become a global leader in innovation and make pursue ideas that can have a global impact. This deep tech is again a phrase that we often hear these days, but it's a little fuzzy. What exactly is deep tech? And how do you think industry and academia can really come together and make it happen? Look at it this way. You can work on research problems that are very fundamental in their nature. It could be something in quantum mechanics or space-time gravity, relativity, those kind of very deep fundamental research. You can do and really publish papers in the best journals, possibly even win a Nobel Prize. But we know that the application for these kind of research is very limited to start with. It takes many years to develop these into practical applications. So that is one end of the spectrum. The other end of this quadrant is called post quadrant, where we talk about fundamental research, but we fully know that the application potential is limited to start with. The other end of the spectrum is what is called the Edison quadrant, where there is a very high application potential, but you need not do very deep research. Most of what you need to know from a science and technology perspective is fairly well known, and you can just go ahead and develop multiple applications and very quickly get them to market. That's another end of the spectrum. But there is one interesting space called the pastures quadrant, where if you solve a problem, it will have tremendous application. But to solve the problem, you need to do very deep research. Because the science that's needed for it is not readily available. Only by doing deep research, you'll be able to solve the problem. But if you solve the problem this morning, by evening, you can make millions of dollars out of that, because that's the amount of application potential that it has. This quadrant is called the pastures quadrant. And this is what deep tech is all about. How do we choose those problems which have tremendous application potential but needs very deep research?